Welcome to the HUMA Beats and Eats show. I'm Marni, and I have the extreme pleasure of interviewing the full band Hazmatics tonight. So put your listening ears on and let's take a listen. So please introduce yourselves and let us know what role you play in the Hazmatics.
I'm Ames, and I do lead vocals and play guitar.
I'm Paco. I play lead guitars.
Patrick, bass, and
sound and lights and all sorts of all that.
And I'm Corey, and I do the drums and sing lead vocals and backup vocals.
Yay! And so, what are your musical backgrounds?
Self-taught drummer. I don't know. I've never taken a lesson.
That's awesome.
Like to just get in the moment of it and just play and have a good time with the band. You know what I mean? But as far as backgrounds, just coming from rock and roll.
So, at like what age did you discover you enjoyed and could play drums?
Beating on the buckets and pots and pans when my parents didn't buy me a drum set.
I'm sure they were very happy. All that noise.
I bought a drum set and brought it home, and that was it. So.
Okay.
Paco, what do you got?
So I've been playing guitar for about 25 years. Mostly self-taught. I actually taught guitar for a little bit in college.
Oh, wow.
For beer money.
That's a good way to make it.
But yeah, just kind of played here and there in the DC area, and then when I moved up here about 12, almost 10 years ago. Been playing in this area for just a couple of years. But yeah, 20, 25 years. What's that? Been playing for like 25 years.
Imagine that deaf sound guy.
All right, deaf sound guy. How about you?
I started on guitar in high school, mid-'80s and that, and I found out early on that everybody was all Van Halen guys. I wasn't a very good soloist, so I'm like, some guy left a bass at my house, and we were jamming, I'm like, oh, this is easy, and I picked it up and ran with it, and since then, I've been playing bass in most bands. I do play drums sometimes in country bands, and more not crazy rock stuff, so to speak, but I flip back and forth. I moved here from Michigan 3 years ago, and found these guys, and, I've been rocking with them ever since.
Yeah. Ames?
Well, probably about... I raised my kids first, and then after raising my kids, and they left me, and they didn't want to hang out with me anymore.
Left her!
I had to find a way to get back in my own groove of where I was when I was fiddling with guitar and singing back in the day. So I started going to open mics. I actually went to Russ May's open mic for the first time, and that's where I met this dude back there.
Oh, so that's how you guys met?
Yeah.
Oh,
so I just started playing out in open mics, and then had a little duo, and then just kept growing and learning from there. And this was I'm on my own journey with music of where I want to go, just for myself, and this is getting there very nicely. So this is cool.
Yeah, man.
Cool. So, what prompted the search for a 4-piece band? And how long have you guys been together? Because I know you're in the New Brigade.
Correct.
And then you have a trio, Beef.
Beef, yes.
And you have...
Sesko and Brian Rumley, yeah.
And you have the duo...
and trio.
Trio Towers, and then the Roadrunners.
Plus, Paco was also a member of the New Brigade.
Yes,
Right.
yes. So what prompted the four of you to get together and form the Hazmatics?
I had my band before this, my first cover band, the 23 Thieves, and they had just genuinely ended, and I didn't have anybody at the time to play with. I tried out a few places. I didn't feel like really going that route, so I wanted to find a guitar player piece by piece, and just found this dude. As soon as he posted, I was looking for guitar players, and as soon as he posted and I looked at his videos, I was like, hey,
sign us up.
Get over here. Hurry up.
We
Don't
want
talk to
you.
those people.
Yeah, like I was kind of in between bands at the time as well. I think it's like the springtime of 2004. And I just put a post out on Facebook like, hey, looking, I can do this and this and this, and I'm looking for maybe a jam band or like whatever,
Wait, did you say 2004?
2004.
24.
2004. Oh yeah, 24.
Dang.
24. Thanks, Claire. But yeah, so we did a couple tryouts, and I think you guys were like the last one on my list. And
The best.
save the best
Save
for
the
last.
best for
And I was like, all right,
last.
let's
The
do this.
stickiest one.
And
The stickiest ones on the list.
yeah,
And these guys were doing Tower Road Runners with me at the time, so that's how we got.
right.
Pat, a long time ago with my old band, did sound for them when he first moved in the area, or did sound for my old band.
I met Pat.
That's how
I
we
met
met,
Pat.
yeah.
He was actually ended up at one of my gigs. I was playing at a venue and with another band, and just doing some fill-in work. And we got to being friends, and her band needed a sound guy, and I was like, all right, hey, you want a job? Here's your first job.
Very
Come
cool.
on out.
Very cool.
I worked sound companies back in Michigan and been kind of doing my own way here and there. When I moved here, I'm like, well, I'm going to start my own company here. I got 2 vans, 2 PAs. I moved another buddy of mine from Michigan here, transplanted him pretty much, gave him a place to live. Now he's got a nice day job, and he takes one of my vans. I take the other van. We go do shows when we're not doing this.
Oh, that's
So,
awesome.
Yeah.
Yay.
Keep it, that was like a kind of little family kind of thing.
It really
Nowhere
is.
else to go.
Yeah.
I like to share the first time I see, because I always remember, well, not always, but most of the time, I remember the first time I've seen everybody perform, because it means so much to me, because I feel like I get a connection. And you,
you're so cute.
Oh, thank you. It was the New Brigade at Independent in October of 2020.
Probably. Yeah.
Yes, because
In the tent.
that was in the tent. It's the first time I ever saw the New Brigade, and the first time I ever saw you, and that was like exciting for me because I love Irish music and I love the band, and that was actually the first time Brian introduced me as his girlfriend.
Wow.
So yeah, so Independent
Oh,
holds a
Brian.
special place in my heart too.
And now you're sporting hardware.
I know. And Pat, I saw in the Tower Roadrunners, I believe,
Double
was the
Groove
first
or
time.
something.
Yeah,
Double
I
Groove.
saw you, and the first time I saw you was at Double Groove. No, I saw 23 Thieves, and then I saw you solo at Double Groove.
Oh.
I did see 23 Thieves because I know when I saw the post on Facebook that you were gonna disband.
Oh, yeah.
I was all
Baby girl
sad. I was
Yeah.
like, oh no,
Oh,
yeah,
maybe. I
yeah.
know. We
'Cause
just got
I even
started.
like the sticker, like with the raccoons.
Yeah.
They're
Oh, yeah.
cute. Yeah. And then Paco, of course, was the New Brigade, and the Hazmatics was the first times I
Right.
saw you. So.
Sadie, say hi.
Yeah. So I get excited to be able to share the first time I get to see
awesome.
everybody.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
because I love it. I think it's great.
It is great.
So, how long have you guys been together? When did you form?
It started in May. It was May.
Yeah, it's gonna be May. Yeah.
May of 2024.
Okay, so it's been over a year,
Yes,
right?
Yeah.
about a year and a half. Yeah, easy, a good year and a half. Easy year and a half.
Yeah. So, how has the band evolved from its beginning, and then what vision do you have for the Hazmatics?
It's evolved very lovely so far.
Yeah.
Very, very, very.
We had
that's a good
kinks
way
to
put
work
it,
out,
yeah.
but we all, found our way of how we work together, and we got through it, and that because that's what you do, and we all kind of have the same goal and the same. We all really want to do this, and we need it,
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, and working together while doing that only makes us better, and being able to talk things out and figure things out and stuff.
Yeah, I think individually, our backgrounds are really, really diverse. Like we have, I mean,
We're a weird group.
yeah, we're a bunch of weirdos. Like,
We're batch, man. We're all over the place up in here.
so finding that space where everybody's doing stuff that they want to do, and they're doing stuff where we're growing. We're playing stuff like, oh, it's taking me out of my comfort zone, but I like it.
Yeah.
You know, it took us maybe a little bit to find that space, but then I think, it was like a couple months, you know, just kind of moving and grooving. We started like really taking a hammer to songs, like, you know, flipping them on their head, playing reggae versions of this song.
Oh,
or,
yeah,
like,
that's
heavy
cool.
metal versions of that
Having
song.
more fun and
Just, like
enjoying what we're putting together.
And I think, you know, we're
You didn't picture
very
it.
much like, let's
Keep doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause you are
have fun,
pretty
right?
like individual. Like you have your
we're
own
having
individual
fun.
tastes and styles, and it comes through in your music.
We were
'cause
just
you-
kind of genuinely ended up, you know, working, and now we're genuinely figuring out how to, you know, continue making it, you know, grow.
So
and
do-
it's working so far. I mean, I think we're doing
Yeah,
good for ourselves.
yeah.
I mean, first year out, and we've played quite a bit of gigs.
Yeah, how many gigs? Like
We
15,
did
20?
15 in our first year.
yeah, that's good.
So to your second question, Marni, about the vision, you know, I think, you know, one of the things that we really love about this band, or aside from the diversity that, you know, that we can do pretty much anything, you know, whatever we want to do, but the kind of the theater of it, you know, like, you know, we got the, you know, the everything kind of revolves around the alien, right?
It's getting that way, yeah.
Because we're all aliens here.
We really
you know.
are.
We are the
And
aliens.
well, that leads to the next question of how you came up with the name, the Hazmatics.
So
Oh, the
I am a traveler
Road
of
sign.
95
Right.
because I go to DC for work 3 times a week. And since the bridge's been gone, tunnel traffic is really, really bad. And so, but there's all these nice, fun signs that are like, no hazmats in the tunnel, no hazmats on the
hazmats.
bridge,
No
no
hazmats.
hazmats. And so
No
one day I'm just
hazmats.
sitting there for hours and hours, and we were trying to come up with a name, and a logistics truck pulled up like right under the sign, you know, and I was just like, no hazmats, no hazmats.
Yeah.
And with logistics, hazmatics.
That's cool.
You know.
Yeah.
Traffic
Yeah.
did it.
And
But we all liked it. We had a
love
million
the name.
different names.
But
and-
That's the
but
hardest
also,
thing, naming a band.
it is,
It's
because
the
everything's
It is,
taken. You have to
yeah.
find something that's not taken.
she is quite an alien life form herself.
oh,
Her initials are ALF.
yeah.
Alien
Oh,
life form.
Whoa! You're right.
wow.
So
You didn't
it
go
kind of fits with the hazmatic themes. That's where it
Little
also
did you know,
Did
comes
you
from too.
did you design the sign?
My sister actually is a graphic designer, and
Oh,
she did the
very
logo
cool.
for me. And same as with the
And
my
now
old
the little
band, she
alien
did that
Oh,
one.
okay.
Oh yeah,
Very
it kinda does look
cool.
like- there you go.
Huh?
Is it a little alien on our sticker?
Yes.
And that
Our little
looks like
mascot.
That's our little guy.
So
Comes up
cute.
to every practice. He's at every practice.
You can hear, right?
You all saw
Heavy stuff,
Sadie.
too.
She
Yeah,
was
she's
walking
at every practice too. All the practices that happen in the jam
which
cave.
is something. The next question that was where we practice regularly, every other Monday, every other Monday,
Yeah.
other Monday religiously, because
Yeah.
we want to keep that repetition of getting it tight and being a band and getting together, whether we do a lot or we do a little, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Let's try to get together every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks.
That's the most common thing I've heard across the board is that all the bands and all the musicians, they just want the practice.
Yeah.
Because it's so important because it keeps you on the same page and it keeps you just
And you gotta
being
learn
together
each other to
and-
be able to have
Yeah.
fun when you're playing the songs
Yeah.
instead of just playing the songs. So
Yeah.
it helps you learn each other and read each other. And
And a lot of times, you know, if you're drilling really hard in practice, which we do, when you hit the stage, that's easier.
Yeah, it's
In a lot of
almost a
ways.
memory by
Right.
then.
Yeah.
You can kind of
until you space out and you're like, what's the first word of the song? Oh
that
no!
happens. That happens.
Or somebody makes a mistake and you hear them, you start chuckling to
Somebody makes a
yourself.
funny look at you and then you just
Right.
forget.
Like, oh shit, that's hard as an F.
It happens. How do you determine which songs you're going to cover
We have all sorts of ways.
He wrote it's like a board game. Like, you gotta like
Spin the wheel of it.
yeah.
How cool!
So-
like when you throw the dart on the map, where are we going to land, kind of thing.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
We've tried a couple of different ways of picking songs. We usually just see.
Yeah, we're working that through, but
we still have.
we choose
still-
them.
It's like
We
the
make
Roman
sure they
Senate,
work,
you know?
and then we, you know,
like, no, I
Do you have like a solid like 2 or 3 genres you like to kind of stay in, or you
we
just
don't wanna-
do
yeah.
everything?
across the board.
other than country, I don't want to.
We don't want to be playing what everybody else is.
Yeah, I know. That's a big thing because I was talking
Trying
about that
to pick
recently.
songs that aren't being
Like
played.
I enjoy
We do a few.
seeing bands and live music, as you all know. I love it, but like there's certain bands and there's certain solo artists that I'm more apt to see more often because I don't know what I'm gonna get.
Yeah.
And that's an important thing because you want the same people coming back, but also if you're playing in the same area or thereabouts, you don't want to play the same
Too
set.
many cookie cutters. There is probably, I would say, on our set list, 8 to 10 that we play comparative
Yeah.
to what other bands are playing. But for the most part, the
try to
rest
pick
of the
different
show,
bands.
it is something, that
And we're
we like.
continuing to add new things.
Well, I was just
Yeah,
gonna say,
right.
you guys.
And we care that, wow, we are picking different stuff.
And you've been doing it for so long, and you all have different backgrounds that you have different musical tastes that it all just can come together because you groove off of each other. That's really cool.
I think for us as a unit, like we always want to, we want the crowd, we want crowds dancing and singing along to the songs, and and like Corey said, kind of off the beaten path a little bit. Like, oh man, I heard that. I haven't heard that song in like 15 years.
That's what I've been telling Brian.
The A-list, but the B side of the A-list.
Yeah, like
Right.
I'm like, you want to start playing songs that people are like, oh, I haven't heard that in so long. I love that song. Like that's and
they're hard to find, but you gotta. So we keep trying. We'll keep trying.
Right.
Always
Yeah.
keep trying new things to see what's like. Oh, look at that one! Look what that one did.
Yeah.
To keep it interesting and
always.
not always the same.
Right.
Yeah. So how do you support each other's individual projects? Because you're in a couple different bands. You're in a couple. You're like, so how do you?
Well, they support each other
manage
by
and
going to New
support.
Brigade together.
Well, actually,
I go to New Brigade too.
well, see the
He
funny
does
thing
sound
is,
on a lot of
I
them.
brought in Pat first. I met him. We became friends. We kept in contact, and I started using you as a sound guy first and foremost before even being in a band with him.
Yeah.
He was my sound guy for anything she needed, anything I needed. He was doing what
He was the
what I
dude.
needed. And I got
the
him
dude.
to be the sound guy for the New Brigade, and it's
okay.
now snowballed in. He's running Head Rush. He's running bigger bands. It's really become a lucrative business for Pat.
Good.
And I'm happy for him.
Yeah, that's
because,
awesome.
It's a small to more. Everybody
Yes.
knows everybody. Somebody
Yes.
wants everybody. It's everybody knows everybody kind of town.
Yeah.
With all the different band projects collectively we have, we could do a whole afternoon.
That's
of just
right.
Our
That's
bands.
That's
Right.
exactly
Yeah.
right.
I play in two
That's
bands.
exactly
They're more
right.
garage bands.
So I
It's
met
not
him.
drums.
I met him just using him as a sound guy, and then he said, "I want to play in a band with you." And here it is. He got the opportunity.
I
Here
think
it is.
for me, I got a bunch of kids, so whenever the Roadrunners, like when these guys get together and do the Roadrunners, I'm like, hey, you got, my daughter, she's 5, she's like, I want to see Ames and Corey and Pat. So
Yeah, it's
you
a
see her-
family affair.
It really is.
That's nice.
So it's nice when when these guys are playing, or like when Beef's playing, You know, it's nice to have a day off, and like I just get to sit back with the kids and just jam.
Yeah, I don't mind. I really like having gigs like that. That's what I want to do most of the time on the weekends. But when it's not me playing and it's them or something like that, I really have a great time with that too because I get to hang out with everybody and of course jump around.
Yeah.
Right.
Jump on
What's
around, have a good time. Jump around.
So funny. What's it like to juggle your work life and band life? Like balance it, because it's a lot going on band wise, and I know like your work might be your passion, but the band, the music, that's your like passion. That's what drives you.
I need the music to deal with the work life because that's it's our world is a complicated place, and music and coming together with music and bringing people together with music just helps everybody get through. We all have our stories and we all have our hardships and we all have everything, but music just helps you like forget about all that for a second and come together and just rock out.
Yep.
I mean, it can be tough for sure. Ames kids are bigger, with the small kids and stuff. But I grew up in a musical family. Like I have 4 younger brothers, they all play. So my kids are growing up in an environment where everybody plays. They've been to they come to my shows when they can, or our shows, and they're part of the fabric.
Yeah.
And so like you try to, and for, I guess for me on my work side, I work in the mortgage business, and it's like, it's a lot of honestly, networking and, a lot of the themes of, music and math, they go together.
Yeah.
Music, all that stuff, they all this stuff kind of works together. And the more of those areas you can kind of find synergy, the better off, life can be.
Very cool.
Gotta balance it out.
Gotta balance it out.
So, who are your biggest musical inspirations?
Not Kiss.
Never would be. Never would be. Nah, actually, yes, Kiss would be my inspiration of music.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't have a single one. I think just there's an overall big old bowl that inspires me of all different kinds. I couldn't. I'm not one to label one down. Yeah.
For me, it's like if Carlos Santana went to a Metallica concert and got lost in the parking lot. That's me.
I could see that. I definitely could.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Pat.
For me, well, I grew up on most of the 80s pop, MTV era, going into the hair metal era. And
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Playing the bars, that kind of stuff was all done and over with. And
You coming in
I played in blues bands and drums, played bass in country bands. I played all over Michigan, country band for 3 years. We went out of state, all over the darn place. And,
Oh, very cool.
I listened to a little bit of everything, classic rock, country, punk rock from the 70s, just a little everything.
Very cool.
Yeah.
What important musical lessons have you learned over the years?
Listen.
What?
Grow and adapt.
Yeah, speak less, listen more.
Yeah. Feel. Use your inner, emotions to feed through your music, instead of just.
Yeah. Corey or Pat, you have anything to add?
Echo said.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah?
It's exactly right. You just gotta sometimes step back and listen.
There's so much that you can control, right? You can control how well you know a song, right? You can control like your performance, like how you present that music when you're on stage or in the studio or whatnot. But there's so many things that are out of your control, right? Like, and I know we'll talk some more about that later. But there's so many things that are out of your control. The best, you prepare for what you can, and then you expect the unexpected.
Mm-hmm.
The better you are, dealing with situations that come up out of nowhere, the better your performance is going to be, I think. And we all have experience with that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we can't wait to hear about those.
I still wake up from nightmares of things that happen at gigs and stuff that never really happened, but I'm just like, same scenarios, I'm just like, oh my God, I'm glad that never happened.
Right.
What was the best advice you ever received?
Try harder. Practice.
Yeah.
Practice makes permanent.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people will say
like
practice
that.
makes perfect.
Mm-hmm.
If you're practicing the wrong thing, you're going to be, practice makes imperfection. But I think practice makes permanent, so you really got to be, when you sit down to play whatever instrument you're doing, make sure you got the right form, you got the whatever, so, you get old, your joints start hurting,
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Be mindful of
Repetition.
yeah. What you're actually
Muscle memory.
Mm-hmm.
And in relation to, in my case, former bands, a quote that Tommy Shaw made when he left Styx, when it stops being fun, just stop. And we have a great time together. And we always look at each other and play off each other.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine playing with anybody else but these guys. It just,
that's awesome.
It just kind of forgotten all the bad mojo back in the day. And it's like, yeah, I'm having fun again. We all enjoy what we do. Right. And if somebody doesn't like something, we kind of take it under consideration. Like, okay, if the song isn't working, move on to something that does work. And we all seem to have equal input on what we play and what we don't play. And if something just ain't flying, well, move on to something that does.
And somebody could be having a bad day one day, and it's like, you know what? Let's do these songs that we know are gonna make you feel good. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And it could be the difference between us having a really rough night or a really awesome night.
That's cool.
And it's your energy that helps other people feel you and enjoy what you're doing. If your energy is there with people and the insight is there rather than maybe not including the people as you're singing or playing the songs, if that makes any sense.
Well, it does, because I've noticed as I've gotten further along in my life, I've noticed that
You mean old? We're not old. We know what you're saying.
when I first started dancing, because I didn't start dancing until 2018. That was the first time I danced.
You ain't dancing your whole life?
Nope, 2018. And when I first started doing it, I was good being out there by myself and having a good time and whatever. It didn't matter to me. Now, it doesn't matter to me whether I'm there by myself or not, but I feed off the energy of other dancers now.
Yes.
And I didn't need that before, but now I do. Now I still have fun if I'm dancing by myself, but it's way more fun if there's a bunch of people into it
We
too.
got a dancer right here.
Yeah, I know. I like going. No, yeah,
I
she
don't
does.
do that.
Yes,
I
you
just
do.
sit.
No, you do.
Oh,
You don't
I
sit.
sit.
Yeah,
I know.
Dancer.
I know.
We know.
That's why, I get excited when I see people I know who
Yeah, that's a
who
dance
dance are
partner
going to
right
be
here.
there. I'm like, yay! I'm all excited. Yeah, because it does make it. You feed off of
Well,
everybody's
for me,
energy.
it's weird to kind of I just cannot sit
Me neither.
still when there's especially live music.
I
but
know.
It's good,
for
man. You
most
can't sit
time, any
still.
music, but I can't sit and go to a concert. That's not okay
Yeah.
for me. I gotta stand because I just start wiggling. How can you not? That's what music's supposed to do to you. We're
I
not supposed to
agree.
be sitting and watching the band like this.
I know.
It's just
Yeah.
bizarre to me.
Me too.
So let it loose.
All right, let's go.
Right, Marni?
Yes,
Damn.
right on. What
Shake
is
the
your
rug.
cut the rug?
There we go.
Oh, my bad. You cut
That's
the rug.
okay. Shake the rug, cut the rug. It's all the
Shake
same
it,
thing.
cut
Shake
it,
it, cut it.
Whatever you're gonna do.
Yes. What's your favorite venue to play currently? Where do you like to play?
Well, I will say right now,
Favorites.
we are being having a beer featured at Falston Barrel House.
Oh, nice.
Space Mothership Double IPA.
Oh, very
You can go up
cool.
and get a
That's awesome.
Hazmatics beer.
It's good.
Yay!
Really good.
That's so
Well,
exciting.
So, I would say Barrel House Live is one of our venues right now that we're happy to play.
Yeah, we
at.
love playing there.
Yay, that's awesome.
I like the. I was saying earlier, kind of like some of the places where we play these. I don't want to say holes in the wall, but like these smaller places that
Yeah, it's fun.
we're playing on the floor and stuff. And
Bushmill Tavern.
Oh, Bushman.
It's always a good
Always love
staple
me.
of ours too. Okay, so
We like
That's a neighborhood bar down the road.
when we play spots like that, we tend to be a little bit more experimental. Like we do
Yeah,
stuff.
just have
Yeah.
fun.
Let's see what happens, right?
Yeah.
And the crew comes,
Right.
this is a good time.
And so we have some of our best moments, in front of some of the smallest crowds.
Fun. Yeah.
So
More
go
intimate times.
to Necessity Brewing at Barrel House and get
Plug.
Space Mothership Double IPA on draft.
Plug.
All the bars.
This brought by your sponsor.
That's right.
Yeah, he loves doing commercials.
What was your scariest moment on stage?
Well, scariest moment almost getting to on stage was we were going to play at Barrel House on the patio,
Right.
and his PA wouldn't sync up, and we couldn't get his
Like
PA
moments
working.
before we were about
Yeah.
to
5
play. I
minutes
think our
before
first
she
time.
would
It
test
was
all
our
the gear
first.
out.
I think I was there.
Everything was fine.
Yeah.
I think I was there.
And I'm like,
And I'm like, oh, it's happening.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, this isn't happening right now. We
Yeah.
have to play, and we have no sound.
But
Yeah.
Pat is he's a real one. Between Pat and Amber, they were like
They figured it
they
out.
figured it out. I think we only lost like 10
Power
minutes
cable.
of stage time.
Mm-hmm.
So
It was a power
One-
cable.
one of my-
Like,
funny ones, not with this band, with my old band though, and it wasn't on a show, thank goodness, and I've always been mindful of that. But during practice, me and the microphone cord, like I'm always just walking back and forth, so it ends up being like this way and that way, and like a pretzel and tangled. Well, and during practice, I was jamming out to the song and lassoed myself.
Oh no!
But I got back up. I didn't break it. No, I got back.
That's
But,
funny.
so ever since then, I've always like, oh, don't lasso yourself, girl. Don't lasso.
Anybody else have scary or funny want to share? Other funny
I have
moments?
tons of war stories.
Oh, his-
I've been looking
they're
at
actually
this
war stories.
Been through everything. Yeah. What advice do you have for new musicians starting out or new bands?
Don't worry about what people think about what you're doing. Just do you and just try it out and just keep going and practice and get better.
Play what makes you happy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and have fun with it.
How do you guys
I did
support
keep it
like new musicians or ones who aren't like that well known? Do you go to open mics? Do you?
I used
As
to
friends.
host open mic for a long time back in the
We're really busy, girl.
I know you're busy.
We got a band. We do art. We got jobs. We try though. Yeah, we go to like the little volunteer for the festivals. I think that helps. People
Yeah.
get to mingle and get
Yeah.
to know each other and stuff.
I always,
That's where
I
we get
always
to
tried
support
to
each
support
other.
my niece Morgan, who was
Yeah, I remember.
rock star.
Hmm.
She
I remember.
So good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You're
it's one of
trying
those
to plug
huh?
everybody.
No,
We should start like a band networking group, like where you guys
We have a big
like
one.
once a month get together and you
Yeah.
know chat
Yeah.
and like the Harford Trade Organization has like a networking thing, don't
sure,
they?
That'd be awesome.
But I think that would
could
be cool. For a
something.
bit. I know. I talked about
Harford
that.
Musicians Coalition.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I think
we're
it'd be
big.
cool, just
We're
like
big enough. We'd have a
yeah,
ton of
just like
people.
once a month and get
Make it
together
happen.
and
Yeah.
chat it out.
Yeah, I think for
Town hall meeting.
This meeting's come to order.
Well, we're all out of order.
I think for me,
Is out of order.
I think for me to answer your question, Marni, like for me it's education. I love to I love teaching music. I'm probably one of the big nerds out there with sheet music and stuff.
Good.
But yeah, I think music education is very important. To me, I didn't take formal guitar, lessons and like that. But I did do orchestra in early on in school, and I enjoy teaching. I've taught adults, I've taught kids, adults, whatever. It's that's kind of like if I could pass anything off that I've learned in music or performance, whatever, I'm happy to give that away.
That's
Give away
awesome.
my Legos,
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And then, what would be a dream gig for you guys?
Festivals.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
decided
we're gonna do
earlier,
some more
like
festivals.
headline a
Festivals are
a
fun.
real festival. That'd be-
Yeah.
A decent,
That'd be
a
fun.
decent
That'd be fun.
festival with amongst
That way we could share.
a good lineup.
Yeah.
Again,
where
I'm
we
going to
can feel-
open your
really feel
ears,
included.
Harford County, because
Let's do it.
Kelly said it in the last interview.
Oh,
She
okay.
said that there should be a festival, which she was just talking about blues at the time, and her band and Second Wind and Lodi. But I think there should be
Yeah.
lots of
We
festivals.
could have a
with
big
all the
old
different,
world.
yeah.
Harford County, all
I think
Harford
they're
County
great.
musicians.
Yeah.
We got so many.
Everybody wants to be a part of them.
We're so blessed in Harford to have top tier musicians. Like
Mm-hmm.
you can go out on almost any night of the week and see somebody great.
Mm-hmm.
From the solo.
And it's just
acts.
blossomed through the past
It's
year.
great,
It's
and I don't
been great. Yeah.
I don't know that many places outside of major metropolitan areas that have the kind of talent that we do in however many miles it is, of Harford. It's crazy.
Actually, now when we go anywhere else, we're like, "Where's your all's music scene?"
Right.
Yeah.
I'm always
We
when
can
we
spread this
travel
across the whole
I'm
United
trying.
States.
Well, when
have a
we
really good
travel,
one here.
I'm always like,
real.
"Where's live music near
In
me? Where is it?" And
Yeah.
I'm like listening, trying to find it, and
Yeah,
all
it's
that.
harder to
And
find.
I mean, that's
We have a
really
great, a really great scene
Mm-hmm.
in both. If people just want to recognize what's around,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Yes, it's hard for us to go out and support with families and
Mm-hmm.
busy schedules, but
We try in
it
other
doesn't
ways.
mean that we
Right.
don't care
Right.
Yeah.
that there is all these great bands out there.
that's
you know?
why I do this.
We're just proud of
Between-
everybody for
Yeah.
doing
It-
it. Just if you're doing music,
Yeah,
you're-
because I want to bring the music scene to people because I have such a connection. It means so much to me to be a part of this. You know what I mean? And
Oh, yeah.
I want to share with everybody. I get
Yeah,
so
it's
You're
excited
not
about
from this
it.
Yeah.
area either.
I'm not.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
I know
I'm,
that.
I'm not.
You're not.
So like when I came here, I was like, oh my gosh, there's so much talent here, and there's so many things going on, and you got to
were
share it.
adopted in very quickly.
I was.
Of
Yes.
course.
I was adopted in quickly. I was. I just sucked me in.
Yeah, the
Come
Harford
here,
County
just
scene.
like-
I know. I know. Well, so briefly, can you talk about like how the scene has blossomed? Because
Okay, let's go back.
Oh, no, go back. Just
Look,
briefly. Just again.
Okay, I will say within the past 10 years, this area has become one of the best in Maryland.
I'd agree
I
with that.
agree, yeah.
Absolutely.
Harford County and Baltimore County. You can include Baltimore County. You can just say the Baltimore County, Harford County, a little bit of Cecil County is the best music area.
It,
Outside of the ocean. Outside of ocean's limits, we have the best thing going on in Maryland. That's it, right there.
I think
Harford County, Baltimore.
I
you
agree.
can. I think you can boil it down to three things too. You've got again, great talent. So many great bands in our space. You got great venues like
Supporting
bars,
the talent.
restaurants, and actually concert venues, and you've got great great crowds. Like
Yeah, I was just gonna
Supporters.
say
Yeah.
the support
Outdoor,
from the
yeah.
crowds.
The support is-
like I
people,
notice, and I'm not even talking about me, but I notice like when I'm out and I'm seeing, like I can tell everybody is so supportive of the music that's being played. Like
Yeah.
it's rare that it's background music.
Right.
Like even if it's a
And those are the
acoustic
places
duo
you
or
stay
solo
away
or
from.
whatever. Yeah, but it's very rare that
if
even
it is
those
background
are
music,
background
it's
music.
Still good.
Yeah, no,
It's
it
still
is.
really
No,
good.
you're
It's
right.
still a
You're
really
right.
Good thing.
Mm,
It's still a really good
absolutely.
thing.
And when I first
Right.
when I first seen him in a couple of bands. He was playing in a heavier rock band. I walked in. Was it Mooney's? I walked in
Possibly,
there,
yeah.
and I'm like, I used to run sound in bands in the '90s for rock bands, and they had the part where we wall to wall. I walked in that one night. It was like, I'm like, holy cow! It's like the '90s over. You couldn't sit anywhere. Me and my wife were just like, we had to nudge in on a high top table and just sit with a bunch of people we didn't even know. And I'm like back in Michigan. It's a ghost town. I watch videos of bands that I have everybody back in my hometown area up in northern Michigan. Everybody plays in nobody. It's like coming here. My God! It's like it's a snapshot in time. Everything back to the '90s where people had money. People go out to the bar. People have a good time. And it's like wow. Coming out here, I'm like I could start over and play with some good people at least as long as I can till I can't hear anymore.
Anybody want to add anything else? Because that's about all I have.
That was great. You did
Yeah.
good.
I think it was great.
Yeah.
Thanks so much. For
Oh, you're
having us.
welcome.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for
Love
being
it.
on.
Thanks,
I'm excited.
Marni.
Yeah.
Hazmatics.
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 Check them out at a venue near you.
Facebook.
Bye.
I love.
Bye.
Bye.